Hey y'all, I am Daniel Aaron, and thank you for being here with me today. This is live at Whistler Mountain, and I am searching for the exact word to express what I am. How I am? Okay, so if I put it this way, I am divine, blessed, and delighted to be here with you today, and you are divine, blessed, and awesome, interested, amazing that you're here, that you're interested in this, that you're watching me. What a gift that we're together. What a gift. Now, did you hear that sound? That was a, what do you call that? I don't know what it's called, but some kind of bomb thing that they use on the ski mountain or in mountains to prevent avalanches. Got some snow last night, and I came up here this morning. Y'all saw, right? I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw it because you can't see, but what that is the sun just coming up over the mountain right now. And I'm so happy to have gone out early this morning and hiked and got up here just at this point, this peak. Most of my friends are out right now, zip lining, skiing, bobsledding, lunging, and some reason this morning I wanted to come here, and I knew I wanted to share something with you. I wasn't sure what it was. Let me turn it this way, be a little easier to see. And it's a couple things. One, it's a story, and two, it's a promise, and an offer, a suggestion, an encouragement. And I've got something coming up at the end that's like a special bonus content piece. Yeah, that's good. You know what? I'm still I'm still going live, and I was gonna pause it. My camera must be getting cold, so it's not responding. So we're just gonna keep recording until it cuts off. And here's the story, and it is that of one of the early stories of the wanderings of Siddharta the Buddha. And I'll tell it. No, I was gonna say I'll tell it briefly because we might get cut off. I'll tell it in just the right timing. And it is this. Early after the Bodhi tree experience where he woke up to reality in himself and headed back into the village, back into the market, into life. And he came into this village, and just walked in. Nobody knew him. He didn't know anybody there. And he sat down right in the middle of the, I don't know, it's like the center of the town is like a cistern, a well, a place where people come to get water. And he just sat there in kind of a meditative pose and did nothing more than that. And people noticed him, and they're kind of curious, but he wasn't talking to anybody, and they didn't talk to him, and so he stayed there. And the whole day passed, and people went about their business as they do, and got to the end of the night, and they all disappeared in their homes. And what was really surprising and shocking is the next morning, when they woke up, there he was. He was right there sitting in the same spot. And so then they got doubly curious about him. What's going on with this dude? And sat there through the entire day. And now by now people are getting disturbed and saying, what's up with this dude? And they're noticing that he hasn't eaten, he hasn't drank, and it must be awkward just staying there like that, uncomfortable. So they kept going about their business through the day, as we do. And at the end of that day, they went back into their homes and did their thing. But it was the third day when they got up and they saw he was still there. They started to talk more and said, it must be a holy being, right? And already it was a bit weird sitting in that meditative pose, weird being holy. And so they started talking amongst themselves, and so they sent a delegate to go out there and say, hey, what's going on with this guy? And they got there, and uh, found out that not only was he still sitting there, hadn't eaten or drank anything, there were creatures, mice and rodents of other sorts and insects, and they were biting him, and he had like scabs and cuts on him. And so the delegate went back to the village and said, "Hey, y'all, this is a serious holy dude here." And he didn't quite talk that way, but there's a serious holy dude going on, and we need to do so. We need to take care of him. He must be in some kind of state where he can't take care of himself. He doesn't even, he's not even noticing what's going on. So they got some people together and they went out there and they like came up to him and with a lot of reverence. They said, "Hey, don't want to disturb you, but can we, you must need some help." And he looked up at them and he says, "Well, thank you." And why do you say that? And they say, "Well, because these creatures, they're biting you and they're attacking you, and you don't even notice." And he looked at him and he said, "Oh, I notice. I know as they're biting me and attacking me, I feel it. It's just that as much as it hurts me, I also feel their hunger and what drives them." I want to show you all something. This path up here, I do admit to going a little bit off the path, and I'm not sure if that was totally according to protocol here, but check it out. A couple things I want to show you here. One is a little bit more of the landscape here. This path, I was walking up and I saw a sign. I'll show you the photo later. This is kind of the path. And look what I did to get to you. How deep is the snow? And look how ungeared up I am in this stuff. There is a sign over there along the regular path, the snowshoe path, that said fountain, and it was kind of covered in snow. So I wiped it off, and I saw one the other day that was a similar sign, and it said, I'll show you that one too. It said something like, "The torture never ends," and it completely puzzled me. Like, huh? I don't know what you mean. And I took a photo of that one. I took a photo of the fountain one, but then I brushed the snow off, and then it said "Fountain of Love," and who wouldn't follow that sign? So, and in fact, there were some footsteps for a while. There were some footsteps, and I was following them, and that was sort of keeping the snow out of my boots. And then I got up here and I saw the sun just coming in through this clearing. I thought, well, let's come up here and see. So. And let me just show you, in case anyone's concerned about the rules. And I am, I love in nature, it's worth staying on the paths most of the time because it really does protect nature. So I'm actually quite respectful of that. I'm only off it a little bit. But hey, look, check it out. I got permission to be here. I got a pass. And y'all, I'm giving you a pass here in the form of a promise, and that is this. We live in very dynamic times, shall we say it that way, and part of what that means is the time has passed for holding back for any of us. It's time for us to really live true to who we are. And all of my work, if I can call it work, because it's just such joy, and I'm so honored to be able to share with y'all, all of my work really is about freedom. It's about taking ourselves from the slavery of, well, it's different for everybody, but really it's the slavery of meaning. The meanings we create, the prisons that we tend to put ourselves in. Nelson Mandela, right? He was in an actual prison for 27 years, and when he got out and he was asked, "How did you survive? It was unjust in 27 years in these horrible conditions." And his response, "I wasn't surviving. I was preparing." And y'all, no matter what it looks like out there right now, we're not surviving this. We're not going to survive current politics or circumstances or any of it. No, that's not what we're about, because we are spirit, and spirit always survives. Spirit is infinite. So we have been preparing, and now is our time. And so my promise to you is that I won't be holding anything back. And there's some content that I am going to be releasing soon that has been very exclusive. Sounds pretentious to put it that way, but it's stuff that has been important to me in my own quest for freedom, and stuff that I've only shared with an exclusive audience or a small group of people, and has to do with an important topic to all of us, and that is sexuality, tantra, and spirituality, and the intersection of those. And this content for some will be exciting, for some it'll be scary, for some it'll be weird, and doesn't matter if it's any of those things. You can just watch and let it float by. If it's interesting, then there's some things that you might choose to do with it. For now, though, my offer to you is to inquire. Yogic term for that is svadhyaya, inquire within. I love there was a yoga studio that had a sign on the front door that said, for yoga, inquire within. And of course, we mean within. Within. And inquire within today, and right now in a moment, I'm going to stop talking, as to what is enslaving you. And I know it sounds so strong to put it that way. What's enslaving you? But what is just in the slightest way preventing you from experiencing the truth of who you are, which is freedom, which is bliss, which is enlightenment? And, we all have stuff. And anybody, even the most awakened being, can awaken to another level. And even if it's a moment or longer, those moments of, ooh, that just got me. I was compromised. I didn't feel as bright and beautiful as I know I am. Deep in my heart, I know I am. So my encouragement to you is inquire within today. What could be inhibiting your freedom? What could be stopping you from being true to yourself? And it might be emotional. It might be physical. It might be financial. It might be business. It might be in your relationship. Who knows? You know. And that's it, y'all. Thank you. I'm so honored to be here with you. I'm so honored and delighted to be here in this place. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Hasta luego.